Hey everyone, and welcome back to NDC. Today we're going to be exploring Lottie. Lottie essentially lets you drop designer quality animations into your SwiftUI app with just a few lines of code. No keyframe math, no timeline logic, import a JSON file, and you can play it. So Lottie was actually built by Airbnb. It takes After Effects animations, and it essentially allows us to be exporting those as JSONs and renders them natively on iOS. It's vector-based, scalable, and really actually tiny compared to GIFs. And since version 4.3, Lottie actually ships with the native SwiftUI view, so we don't have to do any UIViewRepresentable wrappers and bridging anymore. The animations themselves come from LottieFiles.com, and here's a big part that people miss, is a lot of these animations are actually under the Lottie Simple license, meaning they're public animations. They're free for commercial use, no attribution required, and you can actually ship them in your App Store apps. If you want to add Lottie animations to your SwiftUI app on Xcode, let's go ahead and dive on in. So the first thing you'll need to do is go to lottiefiles.com, link in the description below, and you will need to sign up and create an account. It's completely free. You may also just need to verify your email. Once you've done that, you can search for your animations. Let's go ahead and just grab maybe a loading one here. You'll notice there are some paid ones represented by these little crowns here. Otherwise, if we go to this loading one, which kind of reminds me of Google a little bit with those colors, we can see it is under that simple license. Again, totally free to use in your apps. So once you have the animation that you'd like to download, press the download button, and you'll want to add it to a project. You can see I already have 8 out of 10 animations here for free. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Now you'll most likely get a pop-up here, or it'll open up in a new tab where you actually have this animation. You'll then want to go to the download tab, and we're going to be saving all of these. You can grab up to 10 for free as the Lottie JSON. This is the most important part. So once you have the Lottie JSON, go ahead and press download on that, allow for those downloads, and it should be added to your computer. So I now have the material wave loading.json. I'm just going to quickly rename this, and I'll just call it loading.json. We'll then need to create or open an Xcode project. I'm going to create a new one. We're going to have our iOS app template. I'm going to call it SwiftUI Lottie Demo, interface SwiftUI language Swift. Go ahead and save that wherever you'd like. We're then going to take that JSON file and we're going to drag and drop it on into Xcode here. Then we're going to copy the files to destination, make sure it has the target, and press finish. Now it's going to open up this JSON file. We're not going to be making any changes to that, and you'll actually see how it plays the animation in just a few moments. We also need to add Lottie as a package. So in Xcode, we're going to go to File at the top of our Mac, Add Package Dependencies. Next, we want to search for the Lottie iOS package. I'll have this in the description below. You'll want to go to github.com, Airbnb Lottie iOS, or use the link in the description. Go to Xcode, paste that in the URL, and make sure it says Lottie iOS. And we're going to choose the up to next major version. As I mentioned before, as long as it's on 4.3 or higher, should be good to go. Let's add that package. And we're only going to be adding the Lottie, not the Lottie dynamic. So for Lottie, just plain, we're going to add that to our app target and add the package. Okay, now let's go ahead and play that animation. It's actually super simple. The first thing we need to do is actually import Lottie itself. If you do get an error when you have this import, double check to make sure you have the package added. Then in our VStack, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the placeholder. We're going to reference our Lottie view. So capital L Lottie, then view. We're going to add our brackets, and we're going to include what animation we want. So we're going to use the animation : then the dot named. Then within the brackets, using the string, we're going to reference it. The nice part is if you only have one animation, it's going to be like, oh, this is the only Lottie animation available. Otherwise, if you have multiple, you will need to put the name. You do not need the file extension within this string. Okay, it's kind of just hanging out because it's loading the JSON file, but it's not yet playing it. We can access different properties. For instance, if we do the dot playing, this is going to actually, whenever the view loads, it'll play it once, which is cool. But maybe for this loading one, we want it to loop. So we could signify, hey, maybe we're using this as a loading screen or a splash page that it's going to be playing. We can use the dot looping to have it continuously be playing on a loop. If we do want to resize this, just like with image views, we need to use the dot resizable and we can add a frame. We can add a width and a height. Let's do 300 by the height of 300, and we can resize it. And now we have our infinitely playing loading animation. Again, if we were to remove this loading, it's going to play once and then sit on the static frame. There we go. If you want to change the speed at which it's playing, we can use the .animation speed and then pass through a double. So in this case, if I were to do 0.5, it's going to play at half speed. If I were to do 1.0, normal speed, and then we can also increase it if we want 2.0 as well. I like doing this at 0.5. I find a lot of animations are pretty quick. So something you may wish to do is actually have this be played off of a button or a certain condition. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a state private var, and we're going to call it the playback mode. This is going to conform to the Lottie playback mode, which is an enum. Actually, if we hit equals, we can see that we have paused, paused at, and playing. So by default, let's have this be paused. Then instead of the dot playing, we're going to be using the dot playback mode. And this is going to be based off the playback mode state variable we had made. And now let's go ahead and create a button underneath our LottieView. And we'll have it be called play, ladder braces, and we'll have the playback mode to equal the dot playing. Now you can also pass through a mode here. For instance, if we only want to play half of this animation, we can use the dot from progress. And you'll notice that we get a from progress animation time, to progress animation time, and a loop mode. Essentially, we have a value that's from 0 to 1, and that's the completion of the animation. So if we were to set this to be 0 from the start, and the to progress to be 0.5, it's going to go from the very beginning and then play it all the way till half. Then for our looping mode, let's press dot notation. We have auto reverse, which I actually like this one. It'll play forward then backwards and loop until stopped. We have loop. We have play once, which will just do it one time and stop. We have repeat, and we can choose how many times, and we actually have repeat backwards. So let's go ahead and just have it on the play once. Let's press our button. It's going to play the animation once, but it's only going to go halfway through. We can also have it go all the way to 1 from 0.5, so it'll actually start at half and then complete. Most people are probably going to do 0 to 1, but just know you have additional control. So you can play once, loop, pause, even play in reverse by going back from progress 1 back to 0. So if we were to start from 1 and go to 0 here, that's another way to do a reverse. So you get lots of controls. Now before we wrap up here, I also want to mention that you can actually load animations from a remote URL. So we're going to reference our LottieView one more time. We'll add our brace, and then we're going to use the try await, and we're going to use the Lottie animation .loaded from. Now this is going to be asking us for a URL, so we're going to use our capital URL. We're going to pass through the string value, and within this string, this is where your Lottie Files URL is going to go. So if we actually hop back over into Lottie, I'm going to grab a different animation from my dashboard here. I just found this one by searching for subscribe. And we're going to go to the handoff tab, which is right next to the downloads. Kind of looks like some HTML brackets there. And we're going to enable the asset CDN. This is just a toggle you can turn on. Then for the asset link format, once again, we want that Lottie JSON file. You're going to select that. I'm going to refresh. We have a new link that's been generated, and we're going to copy this asset link. We're then going to go and paste that link within our string value. Then we're going to move over one bracket and add our exclamation point to resolve that error. And there we go. We can see that by adding the LottieView, we have grabbed this from a URL. Again, I only have the loading animation, which we still have here, but we're grabbing this one asynchronously from the URL. Now, just as a note that this is the direct CDN link to the JSON. If you are loading something, always feel free to layer like a progress view behind it with like a Z stack if you want a loading indicator. Once the JSON arrives, it will render automatically. I'd actually recommend hosting these on your own server. This way, if you do need to update or change the animations, the link can stay the same. Okay, so that's how you can add them locally, add some playback modes, change those values, as well as grab them remotely. I'm going to show you a sample project so you can see Lottie in a real app context. You can find this GitHub in the description below with all the different comments. So here we have a basic Lottie animation playing on repeat. We also have some of those controls where you can adjust things like the speed. We can loop it, we can pause it, we can play it just one time, and again, update that speed, make it as fast or as slow as we want. We also have the option to tap and then play the animation, and then also reverse that animation. These are also great for forms. So if you want to have users like enter information on their form, once they've actually pressed the subscribe, they can have the animation play and then have it be dismissed once it's completely done. And then URL as well. I just have a placeholder string here, but again, you'd want that loading animation. This way you can really have control over those animations, and stuff like the Lottie animation can really separate your app from having, just mediocre animations to some really cool ones. And what's great is a lot of these animations, again, are completely free. If we want to grab something else, like we did loading in success, if you want to have like confetti or something, right? There's tons of these free animations that you can use in your app to really enhance that experience. So this has been Lottie. Again, this full kind of sample project with comments, if you want to have a little bit more look at the code, is available in the description below. Otherwise, have fun adding Lottie into your apps. Dream big, code bigger, and we'll see you in the next one.